There, welcome back again to my channel where I teach you how you can make lovely dresses and styles for yourself or for your clients. If you're new here, you're welcome. Please subscribe to my channel, turn your notification bell on to get notified when I upload new videos. So let's get right into this video. As you well know, this is the part 2 of the previous video. If you haven't watched it, kindly go back to my channel and search and watch the part 1. So here is the part 2. Let's get into it. So this is the pattern. I already cut the fabric. I already cut the patterns of fabric. This is me. I'm just trying to reorganize everything, both the lining and the main fabric I'm using. So here is Duchess material. As you can see, this is a Duchess fabric, and this is the lining. As you can see, I've cut both sides of this pattern. So this is me. I'm just trying to check out the wording. This is the interfacing for the bust part of this tutorial. So now I'll be showing you all how you can achieve a snatched corset. So here I won't be cutting this into two. So as you can see, that is the lining. So I'll just be rolling the center part of this pattern now that I already made. So as you can see, this is 2 inches, and after joining everything I'll be having 1 inch. So now I'll notch the center part, both the upper side of this pattern and the upper side. So I'll be notching it, then I will be rolling the center part. As you can see me doing, I'll take my chalk and my pattern master and then I'll roll it. Now I'll outline it. After outlining it, note it depends on how you want it to be, depending on your preference. So I'll just be outlining that. I won't be cutting that out. So now I'll be sketching out where I want my bony, where I'll be channeling my bony into. I'll take the lining of this away now, so I can do with this. Remember, this is the both sides of the front panel I'm working on now. So I'll just be outlining where I want to channel the bodice and putting into this corset. So this is the side. So like I said, depends on how you want it to be. I just want mine to be straight, a bit straight, not too curvy, because I'm not really working on the center part of this dress right now. I'm really working on all sides because my client just delivered a baby and she's actually wearing this for her naming. I really wanted it to be well figured, you understand. So now this is 3. As you can see, this is 3 already. I've been able to achieve 3 parts from this pattern. So now I'll just this is the side, so I'll just be shifting it backwards a bit. So I'm just trying to resketch it. So this is just, you can however you can take your time while you're doing this, so you get an accurate design. So the sides is already 3 parts, so I'll cut it on each other so I don't make any mistake while I'm doing it on the other side. Remember, I added 1.5 inches for the sewing allowance on both sides. Remember that initially on the first. That is why I said if you haven't watched the part 1 of this tutorial, you can go and rewatch it again. So I already added 1.5 inches just so I can accommodate this for the sewing allowance. So I know also I added 1/2 inch on the center part whereby I cut the patterns from. So I hope you understand what I just said. So here is the back panel now. So I'll just be placing the pattern paper on the panel so I know where to work on. So as you can see, here is the sides of the panels for the back, and while that is the center. So I'll take the center away now before joining this together. Remember, I haven't, cut out where the dart is for this back. So I'll be doing that now. Remember, we on the waistline, we went in by 1 inches on both sides of the dart. So, and then on the lower part of the hip side, I went in by, by 2 inches. So I'll just be tracing it out before cutting it. And note that on this panel I added just half an inch on both sides, while because I'll be sewing it later on with half an inch, so that makes it 1 inches in total. So after doing this now, I'll be cutting everything out. As you can see, I'll take my scissors and start cutting everything out. So when you're sewing this, you should be sewing almost 1 inches on all the panels. I hope you understand what I just said. So you can use like 0.6 of an inch to make this. So now I'll just be joining everything together. And note, you'll be doing same thing you did for this cutting on your lining too, so you get a proper and accurate sewing afterwards. So now I'll be taking this to the sewing machine now, and I'll sew it and then come back and show you the outcome of these patterns I just made. So here is the outcome after joining everything, the whole of the front panel together. As you can see, the center part is still there. I will just be putting bony later on. So as you can see, this is the front. I already ironed this. I give it a good press, and like I said earlier, this is for a child dedication for my clients. So I had to put zipper on one part of the bust area, so she can be able to breastfeed when it comes to the time of breastfeeding. So this is it, just how it is looking. So on the under part of this bustier, like this corset, you can actually design it the way you feel like designing it. So I will just be leaving this this way, so it's very it's looking straight and accurate and comfortable on my client's body. So that is why I'm not really giving it any design on the down part of this dress. So here is the wording that I'll be using for the cup for this corset. So I already made this with my serger. So what you do is put in the shiny part of this cup now, and you press it, you give it a good press. And note, you're cutting the direct pattern paper you cut out for your cup. You're using it to cut this exact one without adding any half an inch for sewing allowance, so it looks accurate when you're putting it in your corset. So now the next thing you will be doing is taking each part of these lines and to insert your boning. So here is the boning. So I'll be putting this boning now on both sides of these lines, then I'll be folding it, then I'll stitch it down. So I'll do likewise to this other side. So here is the back. As you can see, this is the lining for this dress. You can see the opening for the zipper area of the bust part of the front. So here is the back panel now. As you can see, I already joined this also. I joined this with the same 4/4 of an inch. So now here are the two back sides of this dress. As you can see how snatchy this is looking, and again, just make sure it is accurate. Like I said earlier, you can actually put any design of your choice at the down part of this, corset. So now here are the linings for this pattern. So I'll just be sewing it like so, and then I will be putting the boning on directly on the panel, which is the dovetails, the fabric itself, not on the lines. Shortly I'll be showing you how you can go about that. So here is the yoke for this corset. So I'll go to the sewing machine. Now this is the back yoke for this corset. So I'll be going now, come back and show you all after joining everything together. So here is it. As you can see, I already joined the yoke and the bodice of this corset together. So this is where you will want to start adding your boning. As you can see, this is the boning. So I already stitched one part of the boning, which is the center part of the corset. As you can see how swelling the center part is looking. Remember, I said I will not be slashing that center part, so I will just be adding. I just added a boning, that the sewable boning on the center part, so it is looking snatchy a bit. So here is the lining. So what I did is, after joining everything together, before attaching the lining, I started from the center back. So I stitched it down because I'll be putting boning there. So this is the zipper area now. I don't know if you can see this. This is the zipper lining area now. So I'll just be, just the way we do the normal zipper parts of the dress on the at the back of our dress. So here you can see how lovely this is looking. I already stitched every channels down, which I said earlier, for the boning part of this corset. So on this part here, I joined the lining and the panel together, which is the front panel, together on both sides of the back. So I'm just trying to, I'll be showing you clearly now what I meant. So this is the back of this dress. I'll just be folding it inside out. So as you can see, this area here, I already joined it, so that's why it's not really giving. So you see, this is it on the right side, so that is why it's not really showing there. So I joined it afterwards, attaching the lining together with the main fabric. So this is the upper area now. The next thing I will do now is I will be trimming this out because of the swelling parts of it. I'll be trimming those excess stitch out, as you can see me doing. So I'll just be trimming. When I'm done trimming this, I will be attaching this together with this area, this part here. So you can see the cup as well, the way it is sitting properly on that cup area. So now I'll flip it to the right side. You can see how it is looking now after achieving everything. So I already made a bias tape that I'll be using for the neckline and the armhole area of the corset. So on this part now, I'll be putting the bodice on the area, on the channel area afterwards. So, and again, I already made a bias tape where I'll be using for this for the down part of the corset. So you can see how this area is looking now. So what I will do, I will take my fabric. I'll be doing a fabric placement on the cup part of this corset. So this is the lace fabric I'm using. So I'll just be unstitching it as to just make that area look lovely. So I'll be doing this fabric placement off the camera, so you can comment if you really want me to do something like that. So here is the bias I'll be using to do this. So I'll give it a good press afterwards, putting the boning, and then I'll be attaching my eyelet. If you don't know how to attach your eyelet, you can watch my previous videos on how to do that. So I'll use the same bias to, turn both the neckline and the armhole. So here is the finished part of the dress. You can see the base lines are very neat. It's neatly done on the front line, so you can actually embellish this if you wish to with your beads and the rest of it, just like the simple parts my clients needed for us, as you can see on the screen. So and again, you can see the hip pad. So this is why I said you have to take all accurate measurement before drafting out your corset. So that will come to an end of today's tutorial. If you enjoyed this video so far, kindly give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, turn your notification bell on so as to get notified each time I upload new videos, guys. Until I see you again in the next one, bye. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. Amen. Bye.